Get away for lunch in the quaint atmosphere of Burdett's Tea Shop. Nestled in the middle of historic downtown Springfield, enjoy signature sandwiches and freshly made soups and delectable desserts. And then shop an array of gift selections like serving pieces, aprons, books, jewelry, and wonderful seasonal whimsies. We're easy to find in Springfield on the corner of 7th Avenue and Main Street. We're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2:30. For more information, see a link to our Facebook page below this video.
And this is Jim Ball reporting in Springfield. You may remember it was just last September that Smokey brought you the violent story of a young lady sitting at a traffic light when someone got out of the vehicle behind her with a gun and began to open fire on her car. The incident occurred in front of several witnesses in broad daylight at the intersection of Memorial Boulevard and Industrial, right in front of O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Within just days, police had two brothers in custody as suspects for the crime, and this week the two brothers were on trial.
We had started on Tuesday. We tried this Wayne Tez Staten and O'Shea Day Staten, referred to them as the Staten brothers. They were charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree homicide and 2 counts of aggravated assault. One in attempted homicide and aggravated assault in relation to the young lady you talked about, Darisha Hurt, and attempted homicide and aggravated assault in relation to one Ivy Barbie, who was alleged to have been in the car with her. And that started Tuesday, and jury came back with a verdict this morning.
This is the second time you've tried the case, is that right?
Yes, sir. We tried it in April, and the jury could not make a decision, and that's what lawyer talk as a hung jury. And what that means is it's a mistrial, and you can redo it if you want to. And we decided to go ahead and retry it and try again.
So what will they be facing now?
They were convicted on Miss Hurt's charges, and they were convicted of the lesser offense on the homicide charge of attempted second-degree homicide, and they were convicted of the aggravated assault. They were found not guilty as to the one Ivy Barbie on his 2 counts. Likely, the aggravated assault and the attempted second-degree homicide will be merged into one count, 1B felony, and that's kind of under the law. And that's a range of 8 to 12 for each individual, 8 to 12 years for each individual.
And when is sentencing?
Judge set the sentencing on September the 19th.
The suspects are both out on bond at the moment, is that right?
Yes, sir. They both had made bond previously, and the rules allow them to stay out on bond until the sentencing hearing.
Tell me a little bit about what it was like trying this case.
Well, I mean, like any case, just try to present the facts in the best way possible to the jury so they can get the best view of what happened. You had several citizen witnesses who were very helpful, willing to come forward. One of them got a plate of the car at the scene. One of them followed the individuals all the way to Cross Plains and observed them drop some gloves out of the car. Those gloves had gunshot residue on them, which probably in my view was one important key scientific, something that the jury could use to base their decision on. So it was a very violent case in the sense they shot up Memorial Boulevard, so to speak, but also very good case to show that citizens do come forward and can help, and without those citizens getting the plate and follow them, we probably wouldn't have a case.
So that was going to be my next question. If you removed those witnesses, would you have had a case? And you're going to say no.
It would have been a lot harder. We would have just had the victim, and her story would not have been able to be corroborated by what I refer to as the citizen witnesses, which I mean by citizens that willingly get involved and report stuff to us. And without those witnesses, it would not have been as strong of a case. No.
So this was a very violent and aggressive act. What was the motive?
Well, the motive that we argued to the jury was that one Ivy Barbie, who may have reported on us earlier, is now serving a sentence in his involvement in the death of Shanice Level back 3 days before this happened. And the motive that we argued to the jury was that they were after Mr. Barbie because of his role in the death of Mr. Level.
So they weren't after the young lady, it was the passenger.
Yes, sir, and that's likely the reason they came back with the jury convicted him of attempted second instead of attempted first, because by all accounts they were not after the young lady, but she was in the line of fire.
And did we decide how many rounds were actually fired? It looked like there was at least 10 or maybe 15 shell casings that were recovered.
Well, we don't know. What we do know is that we recovered 8 shell casings. We presented that at trial. We do know that 1 shot hit the young lady's car, and we do know that of the 8 shell casings, 7 were fired from the same gun, and 1 was fired from a different gun. So that's what we do know.
So 2 individuals get out of a car on Memorial Boulevard and open fire together at 1 individual in the car in front of them.
That's what we alleged. That's what 2 of the citizen witnesses that kind of wrote up on it put that they saw 2 individuals out there. 1 witness from O'Reilly's said he saw 1 gunman, as well as the female victim who looked out of her driver's side mirror said that she saw 1. So 2 witnesses saw 1 person, and 2 witnesses saw 2 people.
The individual that followed him up into Cross Plains, he was also a witness, is that right?
Yes, he was one of the 2 that I referred to that drove up on it and saw 2 people. Of the 2 witnesses that drove up on it, what I mean by that is they were coming down the hill and heard the gunshots and looked up and had a view for it. One of the witnesses got the plate, and the other witness followed him to Cross Plains. He lost him briefly for about 2 minutes, but then got right back. They pulled out in front of him, and he followed him to Cross Plains.
Is it unusual to have a witness willing to follow a car that they know was just involved in a violent crime and they themselves could be shot?
Very unusual. That's why we don't have a lot of witnesses do that anymore these days, but not because they don't want to, but just because they're scared and don't want to put themselves in harm's way. But this witness is very honorable and did a very good job of citizen duty to help us in this.
If there are other people out there who have information or witness something and they're perhaps afraid to come forward, what would be your message to them?
Call the police department. Let us know that you know something, because the only way we can prove these cases is with your help and with people coming forward, because if we don't have witnesses, we can't prove it at trial.
If you're wondering why, if Ivy Barbie was truly in the vehicle with the young lady at the time of the shooting, and if he was the primary target, then why no conviction there? The answer, though a little unusual, is very simple. The district attorney could not corroboratively prove that Ivy Barbie was in the vehicle at the time of the shooting. Even more unusual, and as Smoky Bar News had indicated in our original report, just minutes before the shooting, Smoky Bar News was literally just a block away filming a Stop the Violence rally. Well, there you have it, Robertson County. As we indicated, both the Staten brothers are out of jail on bond as they await their sentencing hearing. According to the DA, there is some considerable latitude in the sentencing. The 2 brothers could be facing anything between 8 to 10 years in prison, all the way down to probation. This has been Jim Ball reporting for Smoky Bar News in Springfield. Strong weather in Middle Tennessee has caused thousands of dollars in damages. When your roof is damaged, don't mess around with it. Call a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. As Ben Jewell says, don't be a victim of those fly-by-night knucklehead storm-chasing roofers that have warranties that last as long as the tire marks they leave in your driveway. At Jewel Roofing and Gutters, we have over 250 years of combined experience. We're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. We are honored to have provided free roofing for Habitat for Humanity and St. Jude's free home giveaway. Jewel Roofing has been the recipient of the Seal of Satisfaction Award for Roofing for the past 6 years. So don't get caught out in the cold like this little fella. After all, your property is one of your top investments, so leave it in the hands of a professional. Jewel Roofing and Gutters. See a link to our Facebook page below this video.